You closed it. That opportunity, that conversation, that door you almost walked through yesterday. You had your hand on it. You were this close. And then something tightened in your chest and you told yourself a very reasonable lie. Not ready yet. Need to prepare more. Maybe next time. But here's what you won't admit out loud. There's a part of you that was relieved when you backed away. And I know exactly why you did it. Let me walk you through something you know by heart. Day one, you're alive with it. You can feel the version of you that finally follows through. You told someone, you cleared space for it. You went to bed thinking, this time is different. Day three, you did it twice. It felt good. Foreign, but good. Like wearing clothes that don't quite fit yet, but you know they will. Day six, you missed once, just once, and the voice started. Not loud, just a whisper. See? Knew it wouldn't last. Day 11, you're negotiating with yourself. I'll restart Monday, clean slate, fresh week. You've said that sentence so many times it's become a prayer you don't believe in anymore. And somewhere around 2 a.m. on day 16, you're lying there and a thought surfaces that you've never said out loud to anyone. Maybe I'm just not the kind of person who changes. You scroll past someone else's transformation post. You like it. You write, so proud of you, with 2 exclamation marks. Then you put your phone face down and stare at the wall. Because their success didn't inspire you. It confirmed your secret fear. But here's what you don't see when you're lying there in the dark. What if everything you just told yourself about why you failed is wrong? You've been telling yourself you're afraid of failure. That's the story, right? What if I try and it doesn't work? But let me ask you something. How many times have you failed before? Dozens? Hundreds? And you're still here. So why would one more failure break you? It wouldn't. Your brain can handle failure. You've got a whole filing cabinet of failures and you survived every single one. What your brain cannot handle is success. Because if you actually succeed, if you actually become the person who follows through, you have to kill someone. Not literally, but you have to kill the version of you whose entire identity is built on struggling, on almost making it, on being the person with so much potential. That tightness in your chest when you're about to take the leap, that's not anxiety about the leap. That's your identity system detecting a threat. Because right now, even though your life isn't where you want it, you know who you are in it. You know your role. You know your lines. The struggling version of you is predictable, safe, known. But the version of you that actually follows through, that stranger, you have no idea who they are, what they're capable of, what they'll demand of you next. And here's the part you've been avoiding, the real fear underneath all of it. As long as you self-sabotage, as long as you stop just before the breakthrough, you get to keep the most dangerous comfort of all. The fantasy that you could have done it if you really tried. You never have to face the question, what if I gave it everything, no excuses, no safety net, everything I had, and still came up short? I know, annoying, right? Your brain just exposed itself. But here's the part that makes it worse. Your brain isn't being cruel. It's trying to protect you. For 300,000 years, alive meant same as yesterday. Change meant risk. Risk meant death. The ones who survived? The ones who were terrified of the unknown. The ones who chose the familiar cave over the promising valley they'd never seen. You're their descendant, and that survival system is still running. It doesn't know the difference between trying something new at work and getting eaten by a predator. To your ancient brain, they're the same category. Unknown outcome equals threat. So every time you get close to positive change, your alarm system screams. Not because you're broken, because you're designed exactly as intended. Here's what changes everything once you understand it. You're not going to override your survival system. You can't, and you shouldn't try to. What you're going to do instead is negotiate with it. There's a sentence you can say to yourself out loud in the mirror, in your car, wherever, that disarms the resistance almost instantly. And it's going to sound too simple to work. Say this: I hear you. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. But I'm safe. We can take the step. This isn't therapy speak. You're doing something specific. You're telling your survival system that you received the warning and you're choosing to proceed anyway. You're not overriding it. You're not dismissing it. You're negotiating. And negotiation, your brain understands negotiation. Tomorrow morning, when you open that document and feel the pull to check your phone instead, Don't push through it. Stop. Notice the pull. And say, I see you. You're trying to protect me from the possibility that what I write won't be good enough. Thank you, but I'm writing one sentence today. Just one. And we're going to be fine. Then write the sentence, even if it's garbage. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You just proved to your system that you can survive the unknown. But here's where most people misunderstand this completely. Don't commit to writing for an hour. Don't commit to sending 10 emails. Don't commit to going to the gym 5 times a week. Commit to being someone who opens the document. That's it. For 1 week, you are a person who opens the document, even if you stare at it for 10 seconds and close it. You're not writing. You're not producing. You're teaching your brain who you are now. And one day, maybe day 8, maybe day 14, you'll open it and think, I might as well write a sentence. And your brain won't fight it because you already changed. The action is just catching up to the identity. I know what you're thinking. That can't be enough. And that reaction, that's the system talking. It wants you to believe that only massive change counts because massive change triggers massive resistance. Tiny identity level change slips past the alarm system. One more thing, and this one's going to feel backwards. When the resistance shows up, and it will, don't treat it like the enemy. Treat it like information. The stronger the resistance, the more important what you're reaching for actually is. Your system only fights this hard when the stakes are real, when the change actually matters, when it would genuinely transform something. So when you feel that tightness, that pull toward distraction, that voice saying, not today, say thank you. Thank you for showing me this matters. Thank you for caring this much about my life that you're trying to keep me safe from risk. And then take the smallest possible step anyway. That opportunity you closed yesterday, that door you almost walked through, it wasn't because you're weak. It wasn't because you lack discipline or drive or whatever story you've been telling yourself. It's because your system detected a threat to who you currently are and responded exactly as designed. But now you know. You know what's actually happening when that tightness appears. You know the language your survival system speaks. You know it's not sabotage, it's protection. And that changes everything. Because you're not going to war with yourself anymore. You're going to the negotiating table. The version of you that follows through, they're not waiting in some distant future. They're not on the other side of a massive transformation or a perfect plan. They're in the next micro decision, the next 10 seconds of action. They're in the moment you acknowledge the fear and open the document anyway. In the moment you feel the pull to scroll and you say, I see you, thank you, not today. That version of you, they already exist. In the tiny moments you've already taken. You're not becoming them. You are them. You're just learning to recognize yourself. And the resistance you feel isn't evidence of failure. It's evidence that what you're reaching for matters enough to protect you from. Your system only fights this hard when the stakes are real. So when it shows up, when your chest tightens and the voice says, not today, that's not a stop sign. That's confirmation. You're close. You're right at the edge of something that matters. So here's your choice. You can keep surrendering to the invisible current, keep telling yourself next Monday will be different, keep collecting fresh starts like they're loyalty points. Or you can start negotiating. Start taking steps so small your survival system doesn't even register the threat until you've already arrived. The person you're becoming already believes in you. They're watching you right now, hoping you're finally ready to believe in them. Now, go do the thing. Open the document, put on the shoes, send the text. Whatever your next small step is, take it before the resistance has time to regroup. One tiny identity level action, right now. Drop a comment. What's the one thing you've been resisting? Sometimes naming it publicly is the first negotiation. And if this hit different, if you felt seen, subscribe. This channel is for people fighting battles no one else can see. I'll see you in the next one.